Hey creators, let's talk about the print statement's bigger brother, the logger. So on screen right now, we have a simple little script, verse script. We have the game manager, and then I have another script called debug manager. Now, the reason I've made a debug manager here is because I don't want to keep writing this. I don't want to keep writing logger the print and then what I want to print and what level it wants to be. So I've made it easier. This is plain simple. It's just creating a bunch of functions that makes my life and most likely your life easier. So I would advise, I'm gonna leave it in the description. I don't wanna, put a paywall behind it. I'm just gonna leave this in the description of the video, and it works wonders, right? So all this really does, right, is we take the debug manager and then we do, let's say we wanna debug, right? So this one will debug in-game, and it will have a little string or prefix before it called debug. Now for the next one, log. This one prints in both the in-game and the output log. So it prints also down here in this one. And it also prints in this one in here. Now you can also see in here that it actually prints it out, right? So the first one, I have a normal print statement. In the second one, I have debug. Third one, it's just normal log. Fourth one, warning. And fifth one is error. And then we have another one in the end, which I will show you how that one works. But yeah, let's go back. Warning, this one prints both in the in-game and output log. However, in the actual in-game log, I would never recommend anyone actually looking in there. If you wanna fix errors, etc., do it within the output log. The output log is right down here, little pop out, and it's so much better because you can see, oh, okay, so I have a warning in my code. Why is that? Oh, it's because of this. Or I have an error in my code. Oh, why? Oh, it's because of this, right? So same goes for the error. It's in the in-game, it's in the output, and it's in red, and it has an error prefix before it. So let's actually go in and see how it works, right? So first, I have a normal print statement. This one looks like everybody's used a print statement before. It's in the actual basic script that you when you, okay, actually I can show you. When you create a new file, let's just call this something, right? Anything. And if we go back in here, it's in here. It does the hello world and the, some Fs, right? We don't care. Everyone's used the print statement. However, this one it's a little bit more hidden, right, with the logger, because it's not there's not too much documentation on it. You really have to go into the digest files to actually find it. But it's so much better, right? Because you can actually see color coded. Oh, okay, there's a warning, there's error, etc. Right? Let's look at it, right? So first one, print statement, normal print statement. Second one, debug. It has a little prefix in front of it. Third one, log. This is kind of like a print statement. It is the debug version of the print statement. Then we have a warning. Yellow has a warning prefix. And we have the error prefix, red. And then all you're going to do is write, well, it depends what you call it up here, of course. But I called it debug manager. So I basically just import the debug manager, which I made here, into whatever I want to. It could be something else. It doesn't even need to be the game manager. It could be anywhere, right? I import it. I use editable because I like to have in the game manager that I can see that, oh, there's a debug manager in there, right? But it doesn't really matter. And then I just type out the function. And what does the function require? It requires a string. Inside of the string, you can also add variables, right? So as an example, I'm going to write an int, which is a big number. And then if we want to test it even further to actually test if it works, right, we make a function. So if this value is higher than 5, it will print value is over 5. If it's not, it will write it is not over 5. And since we've already run it, we can actually see in here. Okay, well, we'll scroll a little bit because there's a lot of other clutter in here as well. Oh, actually, I can see that I forgot to call the function. That's probably also a good idea. All right, there we go. All right, let's save it, and then let's actually push it here. Start game. I don't care about the in-game one. I only care about the output log. So we scroll down, and it says, first of all, this is a normal print statement. This will print normally. This will print with a warning. This will print with an error. I just did a warning for this one. It doesn't really need to be a warning. It could be just a log message, like you want to see what the value of what you're doing actually is. You could do it that way, right? And then the last one, the value is above 5. So it prints a normal statement, right? Let's change it. Let's do if it's less than 5. If it's less than 5, then it's probably going to run an error, right? And as you can see over here in the game manager, I just see there's nothing to import. It just says debug manager because I've edited it as it's purely just for aesthetic. All right, we run the code. This is a normal print statement. This is, yeah, etc. and we get our error now. Again, you shouldn't worry too much about everything else down here. It's just like what's it called, UEFN's way of like doing some logging as well. So this doesn't matter, but what really does matter is what you're doing, right? And you can get an easier overview. And the reason for debugging, right, is let's say you're stuck on a problem. How are you gonna fix that problem? Yeah, you can go through countless of lines of code, right? But why do that when you can easily just debug? You can easily just print out, okay, what value am I getting? Oh, okay, I'm getting this value. Why is that? Because of this. Okay, perfect. It's super simple. And I would advise everybody who is doing Verse to do some sort of it, right? Let's see if I can give an example just for fun and giggles, right? It might look a little bit complicated for a beginner, etc. But trust me, it's not that bad. This one down here is where we calculate what money should the agent receive, right? So we're doing a calculated amount. So we're doing amount, the amount we get from, I think there is a int up here, which is, yeah, the amount that I want to give to the player. And then the player has a personal multiplier. So it will be this times this. And then down here, it will log that it has done the calculation. So what is the calculated amount? And then it will say, this amount is given. And in case it fails, I have an error as well. I have it saying, oh, we couldn't calculate. Basically what I'm trying to say is, this is so much easier for error handling. If you're a regular viewer, or I don't know how regular you can call 2 videos, but if you are a regular viewer, I am kind of half back, so I will be doing a bunch of more tutorials. I might do some fun stuff that nobody really talks about or does. So yeah, in case you want to follow that journey, or just in case get some knowledge that you haven't gotten already, drop a sub. I'd appreciate a like if you learned something new. If you're gonna use this, that's a good way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.